My name is Fridah Ijai. I'm a fine artist. I discovered my passion is in art when I was 10 years old. We had an art class, and out of all the pupils in class, I was picked as the best. From that day, it sparked something in me, and I knew from the get-go that I was an artist. I've done my art from primary and high school. I joined Campus KU to do fine art. I majored with painting, interior design, and weaving. And right now I'm done with school. So I'm focusing on painting art as my career and as a full-time painter. I'm so lucky and fortunate that my parents allowed me to pursue art as a career and as a major. When everyone was doing law, medicine, and all that, my parents, especially my dad, was so good to tell me to do what I love and just give it my all. I'm inspired by my immediate environment. I am a painter from observation. Like, I paint something that is inspired in nature. So most of the time I can get a photo or I can get a model to model for me the way I want to depict my painting and how I want my painting to communicate to the audience. My main theme of my art is women empowerment and mental health. I thought that I am in the rightful position to highlight what women go through, their beauty, their challenges through my art. And I also focus on mental health. I try to highlight what women go through, their challenges. I had a friend of mine who committed suicide. My paintings, I'm trying to tell people to just breathe. Most of my paintings are like, live in the moment, breathe, just take one step at a time. In most of my paintings you'll see birds, nature. My medium is oil on canvas, majorly, but recently I've discovered that I can also, I'm incorporating acrylic in my works. I take like a week to finish 60 by 80 centimeters. I've exhibited at various places in Nairobi, Kenya Museum Societies. We recently had a show there. I've also exhibited at Zenson Art Space in Kampala. I've exhibited at Karen. There's a place called JCAM. I had a whole show, a whole show just for me. Yeah, I've done like, I would say, more than 100 big pieces. Yeah, I've sold some of them I have. I price my work according to sizes and also according to the subject. When it comes to commissions, it depends with what the person wants. I'm not just using art as a way of getting an income. I'm also using it as a way of releasing. I call it's therapeutic for me. I always tell myself, like Vincent van Gogh, and say that just paint. Regardless of what you're feeling, you will have bad paintings, good paintings, but in the midst, you will get a masterpiece. You cannot wake up and just say, I'm creating a masterpiece today. No, you have to create. Even if you create a bad painting, you will wake up, you will stumble upon a masterpiece. I think it just comes from back then. Women were not considered as artists. It was like a manly career. You could not say that you're an artist and you're a woman. So I feel like the norm is shedding, it's fading with time, but still you can still feel that stereotype. Sometimes people wonder, like they wonder if that is my work. When they see my work and then someone tells them that this is the artist, they're like, oh no, in the sense that it's too good not to be mine. So most of the people feel like, I thought it was maybe a man who did that job. And that keeps me going. It helps me to keep pushing and just keep growing in my journey. We live in a society where people don't really appreciate art, especially in Kenya. I feel like most of collectors or buyers of our art, most of them are mostly abroad. Kenyans feel like, unaweza nichora, like everyone feel like the only thing you're doing is just painting them. It's more than that. I always love when you find people who really understand your work. You'll be like, wow, I wish there were 5 of you or 10 of you just coming from my country, because you will see someone who's looking at texture, someone who's looking at perspective, depth, someone who's just feeling the emotions that, when you paint, there's emotions. And then you're like, wow, I love the fact that you understand my point of view and you understand where I come from. But in Kenya, people will be like, sasa ini ngapi? So how much are you selling this one? And night unafanyanga kila siku? And you're like, wow, this is my career, this is my life. But I'm used to it. I'm hoping to have shows in the future, not just in Kenya, but also out there. I'm also looking forward to having a gallery or just a studio space, and also mentor upcoming artists, especially women. I feel like women in my field, they're not looked out for a lot. Most of them give up on the way. Others feel like it's too much work. So I feel like I can be that person who will hold their hand.